Managing Leadership Conflicts, a Practical Approach by Joyce Carringsa. Managing Leadership Conflicts, a Practical Approach is a presentation that provides leaders with effective strategies to resolve conflicts in the workplace. Conflicts are inevitable in any workplace, and how leaders deal with these conflicts can either strengthen or weaken the team. This presentation will provide leaders with practical techniques and tools to manage conflicts and build a strong team. Chapter 1: Understanding Conflict. This chapter will explore the different types of conflicts that can arise in the workplace, the causes of conflicts, and how conflicts can affect the team's productivity and morale. Leaders will learn how to identify conflicts and the skills needed to manage them. Conflict is a natural part of any workplace. It can arise from differences in opinions, goals, personalities, or even from external factors like financial constraints or industry changes. When handled well, conflict can lead to growth, increased productivity, and better decision-making. However, when not managed properly, conflict can escalate and lead to negative consequences for the organization, team, and individuals involved. In this chapter, we will explore the different types of conflict that can occur in the workplace, the causes of conflict, and the impact it can have on individuals and the organization as a whole. We will also discuss why it is important for leaders to understand and manage conflict effectively. Types of conflict. There are several types of conflict that can occur in the workplace, including 1. Interpersonal conflict. This is conflict that arises between two or more individuals, usually due to differences in personalities, communication styles, or values. 2. Intrapersonal conflict. This is conflict that arises within an individual, usually due to conflicting goals or values. 3. Intergroup conflict. This is conflict that arises between two or more groups within an organization, such as different departments or teams. 4. Organizational conflict. This is conflict that arises from external factors, such as financial constraints, industry changes, or competition. Causes of conflict. Conflict can be caused by a variety of factors, including 1. Communication breakdowns. Poor communication can lead to misunderstandings, which can result in conflict. 2. Personality clashes. Differences in personalities, values, and communication styles can lead to conflict. 3. Power struggles. Conflict can arise when individuals or groups compete for power or control. 3. Scarce resources. Conflict can arise when resources are limited and individuals or groups compete for access to them. Impact of conflict. Conflict can have both positive and negative impacts on individuals and organizations. Some potential positive impacts include 1. Increased creativity and innovation. Conflict can lead to new ideas and approaches. 2. Improved decision-making. Conflict can lead to a more thorough exploration of options and considerations. 3. Increased motivation and engagement. Conflict can lead to a greater sense of purpose and commitment to finding a solution. However, conflict can also have negative impacts, including 1. Reduced productivity. Conflict can lead to a lack of focus and decreased productivity. 2. Increased stress. Conflict can lead to stress and tension, which can impact individual well-being and work performance. 3. Damaged relationships. Conflict can strain relationships between individuals or groups, making it difficult to work together effectively. Why is understanding conflict important for leaders? As a leader, it is important to understand and manage conflict effectively for several reasons. 1. Improved team dynamics. By addressing conflict in a timely and effective manner, leaders can improve team dynamics and create a more cohesive and productive team. 2. Reduced turnover. Addressing conflict can reduce turnover and retain valuable employees. 3. Improved decision-making. By exploring different viewpoints and considering multiple options, leaders can make more informed and effective decisions. 4. Increased employee satisfaction. By addressing conflict and creating a more positive work environment, leaders can increase employee satisfaction and engagement. In the following chapters, we will explore strategies for managing conflict effectively in the workplace. Chapter 2: Effective Communication in Managing Leadership Conflicts. Communication is key to resolving conflicts in the workplace. This chapter will provide leaders with communication techniques to help them understand the root cause of the conflict and communicate effectively with the parties involved. Leaders will learn how to listen actively, express themselves clearly, and provide constructive feedback. Effective communication is a crucial skill in managing leadership conflicts. Communication is the process of exchanging information, ideas, and thoughts between two or more people. In a conflict situation, communication breakdown is common, and it can lead to escalation of the conflict. Therefore, it is essential to develop effective communication skills to manage conflicts. One way to communicate effectively is through active listening. Active listening means paying attention to what the other person is saying and acknowledging their point of view. It involves focusing on the speaker's words, tone, and body language. When listening, avoid interrupting the speaker, ask clarifying questions, and paraphrase what they have said to ensure you have understood their point of view correctly. Another important aspect of effective communication is assertiveness. Being assertive means expressing your opinions, thoughts, and feelings in a direct and honest manner without violating the rights of others. Assertiveness involves using I statements to express your thoughts and feelings, rather than blaming or attacking others. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," say, "I feel unheard when we talk, and I would appreciate it if you could listen to me." Nonverbal communication also plays a crucial role in managing conflicts. Nonverbal communication includes body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and eye contact. It is important to be aware of your nonverbal cues and how they might be perceived by others. For example, maintaining eye contact and an open body posture can convey confidence and sincerity, while avoiding eye contact and crossing your arms might be perceived as defensive or hostile. In summary, effective communication is key in managing leadership conflicts. Active listening, assertiveness, and nonverbal communication are essential skills to develop for effective conflict resolution. Chapter 3: Building Relationships in Managing Leadership Conflicts. Relationships are at the core of managing leadership conflicts. Conflict can arise due to differences in values, opinions, and goals, but it can also be exacerbated by poor relationships between individuals or teams. Therefore, building and maintaining positive relationships is crucial in managing leadership conflicts. One way to build relationships is through empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. When conflicts arise, it is important to put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to understand their point of view. This can help to build trust and respect, which can lead to better communication and conflict resolution. Another way to build relationships is through collaboration. Collaboration involves working together towards a common goal, and it requires mutual respect and trust. In conflict situations, collaboration can help to find win-win solutions that benefit all parties involved. Collaboration can also help to build stronger relationships by promoting teamwork and cooperation. Building relationships also involves active listening, as discussed in the previous chapter. When listening, it is important to give the other person your full attention and acknowledge their point of view. This can help to build trust and understanding, which can facilitate conflict resolution. In summary, building positive relationships is essential in managing leadership conflicts. Empathy, collaboration, and active listening are all important skills to develop for building and maintaining strong relationships. By building positive relationships, individuals and teams can work together more effectively towards common goals and resolve conflicts more efficiently. Chapter 4: Conflict Resolution Techniques in Managing Leadership Conflicts. Conflict resolution techniques are essential in managing leadership conflicts. These techniques can help to reduce tension, promote cooperation, and find mutually beneficial solutions to conflict situations. Here are some commonly used conflict resolution techniques. Active listening. Active listening involves giving the other person your full attention and acknowledging their point of view. This can help to build trust and understanding, which can facilitate conflict resolution. Collaborative problem solving. Collaborative problem solving involves working together towards a common goal. It requires mutual respect and trust and can help to find win-win solutions that benefit all parties involved. Mediation. Mediation involves the intervention of a neutral third party to help facilitate conflict resolution. The mediator helps both parties to communicate effectively and find common ground. Negotiation. Negotiation involves a discussion between two or more parties to reach an agreement. This technique requires compromise and can lead to mutually beneficial solutions. Avoidance. Avoidance involves temporarily putting the conflict on hold. While avoidance is not a solution, it can provide time for emotions to cool down and allow for more productive discussions in the future. Confrontation. Confrontation involves addressing the conflict head-on. This technique requires assertiveness and can be effective in resolving conflicts quickly. Compromise. Compromise involves finding a solution that meets the needs of both parties. This technique requires flexibility and a willingness to give and take. In summary, conflict resolution techniques are essential in managing leadership conflicts. Active listening, collaborative problem solving, mediation, negotiation, avoidance, confrontation, and compromise are all effective techniques for resolving conflicts. By understanding and utilizing these techniques, individuals and teams can work towards more productive and positive relationships. Chapter 5: Managing Emotional Responses. Emotions can run high during conflicts, and leaders need to be able to manage their own emotional responses while also managing the emotional responses of others. This chapter will provide leaders with techniques to manage emotions effectively, such as staying calm and composed, acknowledging the emotions of others, and reframing the conflict in a positive way. In any conflict, emotions can run high, and it's crucial to manage them effectively to avoid making the situation worse. When emotions are high, people may say or do things they don't mean or may react irrationally, leading to a breakdown in communication and making it difficult to reach a resolution. In this chapter, we'll discuss the importance of managing emotional responses during a conflict and provide some practical techniques to help you stay calm and in control. First, it's important to recognize your own emotional responses to a conflict. It's natural to feel upset or angry when you're in a conflict situation, but it's essential not to let those emotions control your behavior. Instead, take a moment to pause and reflect on your emotions. Ask yourself why you're feeling that way and try to identify any triggers that may have led to your emotional response. Next, focus on your body's physical response to the conflict. You may notice your heart rate increase, your palms become sweaty, or your breathing becomes shallow. These physical responses can intensify your emotional response, so it's essential to take steps to calm yourself physically. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, and physical activity like a quick walk can help reduce stress and tension. It's also important to listen to the other person's emotional response and acknowledge their feelings. Even if you don't agree with their perspective, it's essential to recognize and validate their emotions. Acknowledging their feelings can help create a more productive conversation and make it easier to find common ground. Finally, if you find yourself struggling to manage your emotions during a conflict, it may be helpful to take a break and come back to the conversation when you're feeling more calm and collected. It's better to take a step back and regroup than to continue the conversation when emotions are running high, leading to a breakdown in communication and further escalation of the conflict. By learning to manage your emotional responses during a conflict, you can stay in control and work towards a resolution that benefits everyone involved. Chapter 6: Building a Culture of Conflict Resolution. This chapter will provide leaders with techniques to build a culture of conflict resolution within their team or organization. Leaders will learn how to promote open communication, establish clear conflict resolution policies, and create a safe space for team members to express their concerns. Conflict is inevitable in any workplace. However, it is how organizations handle conflicts that can make all the difference. In this chapter, we will discuss how leaders can build a culture of conflict resolution to create a positive and productive work environment. One of the key ways to build a culture of conflict resolution is to establish clear guidelines for how conflicts should be addressed. This includes defining what constitutes a conflict, who is responsible for addressing it, and what steps should be taken to resolve it. By setting these guidelines, employees are better equipped to address conflicts in a constructive and proactive way. Another important element of building a culture of conflict resolution is to provide training and resources for employees on conflict resolution skills. This may include workshops, seminars, and online resources that teach employees how to communicate effectively, manage their emotions, and collaborate with others to find solutions. In addition, leaders can encourage open communication and active listening to foster a culture of conflict resolution. This means creating an environment where employees feel comfortable expressing their concerns and opinions, and where they are encouraged to listen to others with empathy and respect. Finally, it is important to recognize and reward employees who demonstrate effective conflict resolution skills. This may include acknowledging their efforts in team meetings, providing opportunities for professional development, or even offering promotions or bonuses for those who excel in conflict resolution. By building a culture of conflict resolution, leaders can create a work environment where conflicts are addressed in a timely and constructive manner, and where employees feel empowered to work together to find solutions. This can lead to increased productivity, higher job satisfaction, and a stronger sense of teamwork and collaboration. In conclusion, managing leadership conflicts, a practical approach provides leaders with effective techniques and strategies to manage conflicts in the workplace. By understanding the different types of conflicts, communicating effectively, building strong relationships, using conflict resolution techniques, managing emotions, and building a culture of conflict resolution, leaders can create a positive work environment and build a strong, cohesive team. That's it for today's presentation. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.